So have you ever run into this kind of like weird situation with your multi-currency accounting? I'm
Mhm.
talking about where you've got a foreign currency balance, it's just hanging out there in an account, even when your base currency balance for that same account is totally zero.
Yeah, it can be pretty confusing for sure, especially during those GL revaluations.
Totally. And that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. We're talking about how to handle this whole non-zero foreign currency balance thing, even when your base currency is showing zero.
Right. And to help us sort this out, we've got some great insights from Balaji. He's a principal functional consultant over at Tiana Solutions.
And this guy knows his stuff. He's got over 13 years of experience in ERP with a real focus on Acumatica.
You know what's really impressive? He's dealt with more than 500 unique cases across all sorts of Acumatica functionality. Talk about hands-on experience.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Let's say you've got a bank account, right?
hmm
And you use it for transactions in euros.
Okay, got it.
So you've processed all these transactions and everything looks good. Your balance in your company's base currency, let's just say US dollars for this example, is zero.
Right.
But then you go and run your GL revaluation and boom, there's this little euro balance just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, what?
It's like, where does this come from? And more importantly, how do you get rid of it?
Well, it's usually because of these like little timing differences in how exchange rates get applied. Or sometimes it's those pesky rounding issues within the system. They just don't quite even out perfectly in the base currency.
Makes sense. So how do we tackle this?
So Balaji, he's got a pretty straightforward method. The first thing you got to do is reactivate the GL account that you're working with.
Got it. So if it was inactive, bring it back online.
Exactly. Like in our Euro bank account example, you just reactivate that account.
Okay.
Then you head over to the recalculate account balances screen in Acumatica and run that recalculation.
Basically, you're telling the system, hey, take another look.
Yep, you're making the system go back and reevaluate all the account balances based on every single transaction detail. Sometimes this step actually clears things up right then and there.
But if it doesn't,
If that little foreign currency balance is still hanging around after the recalculation, then you've got to create a journal entry. And this journal entry, this is important, has to be in the same currency as the foreign balance. So in our example, that would be euros.
so basically, we're targeting that remaining euro balance directly and zeroing it out.
Exactly, you hit it right on the head. And then after you've done all that, if you're not planning on using that account anymore, you can go ahead and inactivate it again.
So just to recap, we've got a euro bank account, zero US dollar balance, but a little euro balance pops up during revaluation. We reactivate the euro account, run a recalculation, then zero out that euro balance with a euro-denominated journal entry. Simple as that.
And that's how you keep your financial records squeaky clean, even when you're juggling multiple currencies.
You know, this solution from Balaji, it really highlights how important it is to have expert support, especially when it comes to something as crucial as financial management in Acumatica.
Absolutely. And speaking of expert support, Tiana Solutions is top-notch. They're the largest Acumatica services partner out there, known for their amazing implementation and support. Their team can help you optimize processes and tackle tricky issues just like this one.
So if you're banging your head against the wall with similar challenges in your Acumatica system, or if you're just looking to make things run smoother and more efficiently, give Tiana Solutions a shout.
You can reach them at 678-910-2774. Trust me, getting the right support can make a world of difference when it comes to your ERP system.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive for today. We'll catch you next time.